Going live. I don't know if I've ever done a live YouTube video. I used to do live on Sober Nation a lot, and that has a decent following, but I think I have like 100 YouTube followers, so I don't suspect anybody's going to be watching this right now. However, I do hope that in the morning's blog post, I'm thinking about incorporating some video into my blogs. I think it would be fun to maybe have like some kind of a weekly recap of all the work that I got done for that week, kind of documenting a little bit of my journey with maybe some of the wins that I had, maybe some of the failures that I had. And I think it would be just like a cool way to add something different to my blog. So, on that note, today was a really good day, and I'm feeling grateful because it's so funny how the small things become the big things. Because I'm 6 days after my back surgery, to where I saw my surgeon, and he said that I was allowed to start doing things. He was basically lifting the restrictions off of me. And today was the first day that I was just allowed to and able to cut my grass without being in like excruciating pain down my legs. And I've always enjoyed doing that, you know. And I got a power washer from Home Depot. I had to kind of power wash some of my deck, and it was just a beautiful day. And I got to do that kind of shit that I really enjoy doing. And like I was in so much fear for such a long time because I only really talked about this with my wife, but but the truth is, like, I was getting to some kind of dark places in my head when the pain was at its worst, because every single thing I did, I was hurting. I couldn't sit down on the couch comfortably. I would like cross my legs and think to myself that maybe this is gonna help the pain going down my legs. I would go for walks and that would make it worse. And I just couldn't, no matter how hard I tried, get comfortable. And I would think to myself, I'm only 33 years old. Like, I can't do this for the rest of my life. And yeah, like it would bring you to some kind of dark places. And so just the fact that we live in a world where we have amazing doctors and surgeons and medicine and like the kind of technology that allows us to have these sort of like freedoms and opportunities that, I don't know, like 100 years ago, we never would have had. It's just incredible. I could not imagine living my entire fucking life with that 24/7, like level 9 shooting pain down my legs. And being out in the sun today and cutting the grass and like washing my deck and washing my front steps with the power washer, I was just so appreciative of that and of that moment, and just taking a moment to really like absorb that it's just it's just good to have the little things that mean so much, that we all take for granted every single day. And that when it really comes down to it, like if you said, I'll give you $1 billion, but for this $1 billion you have to live in that pain every single day for the rest of your life, like, I'm not fucking with you. I would not even think twice about it. Like, here's $1 billion, do whatever you want, but no surgery is ever going to fix this pain. You're going to be in this pain for the rest of your life. I would 100% not even think twice about it for a second. Take the not living in pain. I would not take $1 billion to be in that kind of pain anymore. And like, yeah, it's just really just makes you appreciate that kind of stuff so much. So that's a recap of my day, a recap of my week. This was a really good week. I've been thinking a lot about local search, and I've been thinking a lot about like where the true opportunities in the search market are. And I don't think there is a better time to have a local service business that serves a location-based market. If you open up like a coffee shop, or let's say you even provide a service, if you're a carpenter or a contractor, or if you're cutting grass, or if like you have an online marketing agency, if you are serving a particular community or like a particular geographic that you want to market to, I don't think there's ever been a better time to do that. I've been studying local search. I've been studying geo search. I've been studying all the different ways that Google is like incorporating more and more local search queries into what they're doing. And I think it is just so fucking wide open that there's going to be competition, obviously. And over the next 2 or 3 years, like every single service business in the world is going to know that they need to position themselves online to capture a lot of that like organic local search traffic. But for the next 2 or 3 years, like now's the time to strike. If you own a restaurant, if you own a business that has an address that you need to attract customers within like a 50-mile radius, if that's you, now is definitely the time to get on board with going all in on location-based search. I met with a guy named Daryl yesterday for coffee. Daryl is now a partner in Copyblogger, and Copyblogger is a website that I have been following for years and years, and they basically set a foundation for me and allowing me to learn some of the fundamentals of content marketing, which is essentially like how I built all my businesses. And if I was talking to Daryl because Daryl fits a little bit different of a side than me. I would consider myself like a lead gen expert. I know how to make the phone ring, basically. Like I can drive leads to a business or like to my own business. I can always provide more business for myself and for other people. But what Daryl does is a lot different. He's in like the education side of things, where he's not trying to drive leads to fulfill a service. He's trying to sell products. And like in his case, it's informational products. And he was telling me, like, man, why don't you just put some of these products together? Like, so much about location-based search. And I was like, I know. I really I am an expert in it. I know a lot. I mean, I'm not gonna say I know everything there is to know, because who does, right? But I know a lot. And he kind of broke down his process for me, and he made me feel like I could take his process and I could create my own course or my own workshop, long form course. I have my community, but that's just sort of like a side thing. That's almost like a newsletter more so than it is real high level educational products. And it got me excited, man. Like, I've always wanted to sell products, but I just couldn't quite figure out in my head like how to get through the entire process of something like that, because it's a real undertaking. Like those courses take a long time to create. And yeah, I'm not going to go too much into it, because we were just kind of throwing some ideas around, but it was exciting. All right, guys. Remember, count your blessings. Remember, it's 2019, and just the fact that you're alive today means that your life is better than basically everybody in the world before you. Remember that the internet and the landscape of our country and of our world provides for endless opportunity. And if you have an idea, you can make it happen. You might need some guidance. You might need to like fall on your face a couple times, but the barrier to entry right now is so low. And I just want everybody to know before I sign off that it's totally fucking possible. If you have an idea and you want to make a company out of it, it's totally fucking possible. You can do it, and there's a strong chance that you'll succeed. I like doing this YouTube live. This feels way more comfortable to me than, you know, producing like a video. The vlogging is fun. I've done that before, but I kind of just want to talk. Yeah. All right. All right, everybody. Love you guys. Later.